Welcome to The Patty Show. My name is Patty Setiatti, and in this podcast, we'll explore the crossing point of the three P's: passion, pleasure, and positivity, and how they can lead you to your own personal paradise. We'll chat with inspiring guests, share practical tips, and dive into stories that will empower you to live your best life. Let's get the Patty Party started. Welcome back to The Patty Show, everybody. Woo! Yes! Oh, studio audience, thank you for the soul, for the energy, the little giggle, the laugh, and the style. We'll get to you soon, stylish studio audience. Today it's episode 57. We're talking about boundaries and how they build paradise. Another P word, paradise. A lot of P words on the Patty Show. Passion, pleasure, positivity, and Patty. There we go.
Yours truly.
There we go. Of course, the host. I'm your host, y'all, Patty Setiatti. So grateful to be here. We're going to talk about boundaries, how we can build our paradise, how it can help us live a fulfilling life. And speaking of fulfilling life, I just want to thank our previous guest, our boy, Michael Majid. I'm so bad with pronunciations, to be honest. But our last episode, we had a Venezuelan Jewish actor, writer, producer, goalkeeper. He was trying out for the under-20 Venezuelan team. He's a coach. This guy does it all. Super inspiring. We met on the set of my brother's short film. Super great time. He played Robert. So shout out to you, brother. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for the time on the Patty Show. And speaking of my brother's short film, my guest today was also part of the movie magic, so to speak. Speaking of movie magic, he is the roller coaster amusement park loving. Super fit. You can see the shirt. It's ripping right there. Dashing, kind, soul with a shining smile. You hear that giggle? You see that smile on YouTube? Patty Show Podcast. You can find us on YouTube. And he's the big boy with the law degree. He is a fellow actor, artist, passionate movie lover. Loves movies.
Oh, yeah.
That always brightens up my day.
Mm-hmm.
He's been a Setiatti family supporter since day one. Man, it's basically part of the family,
Oh.
Give it up for the legendary Mike Mudano.
That's right.
Mike Mudano. Woo! Thanks for coming on the Patty Show.
Patty.
Appreciate you,
Patty,
brother.
thank you.
Thanks for coming. I'm so grateful you're here, man. If you could give a little self-intro to everyone.
Yes.
Hobbies, passions, how we met, and all that good stuff.
Well, I don't know if I can top what you just said about me, so I'll try. But I'm Mike Mudano.
Woo!
I, like Patty said, I am a lawyer. I work in film. I work for Netflix. But how I met Patty was I used to work at Focus Features in their business affairs team.
Shout out Focus Features.
Oh, we
the
love
gang.
Focus, which is where I met Arnold, Patty's brother, and we just hit it off and became buddies. And so that's how I met the great Patty, because then we started playing soccer together, and the rest is history.
And the rest is history. And
Here we are
on episode 57 of the Patty Show, man.
Yeah.
But man, before that, where are you originally from? Tell me this backstory a little bit.
Yes. So originally, I'm from the East Coast. I'm from Georgia.
Georgia?
I was
Country?
born in Georgia. Yes. In Augusta, Georgia. Not the country per se.
Okay.
Augusta is a city, but we never lived in Augusta. Like, I was just born there because, my grandparents lived there, my mom's side, and my mom's mother, so my grandmother was an OBGYN, and my mom wanted her to deliver me. So I was technically delivered by my grandmother.
Shout out.
Which is kind of cool. But then we moved to Florida, to Tampa, when I was really little. And I don't really remember much about that. I think I was like to kindergarten, just about. And then we moved back to Georgia. We moved around a little bit. We moved back to Georgia, was in Columbus, Georgia for 2 years, and then moved to Hilton Head Island, South Carolina, which I loved it.
Yeah.
It's like living in a vacation spot. It was lovely. And then when I was in 7th grade, we moved to Milledgeville, Georgia, which I would consider being the country. It's, I have nothing else to say.
A lot of fun stories, so to speak.
Yeah. But, I will say it was in Milledgeville, which is where I found my passion for movies, for film. I really discovered my love of cinema, of acting, of television, of everything, of the arts. Really like when I was living there. And my parents were they loved movies, they loved the arts. Like we'd go to plays, we'd go to symphonies. Like it was definitely encouraged in my family. So it was definitely always there. So, but it really wasn't until like 7th, 8th grade that I like really got super and passionate.
Oh wow! And I read something about you loving Indiana Jones, Star Wars.
Oh yeah. I mean, when I was a kid, that's like the movies we watched. So we had a little. This was the early 2000s, and we had a little box TV, like a small little white box TV that sat on literally like a chair, like a
this one,
stool,
right?
like that, literally. In front of our like our kitchen dinner table.
So wholesome,
and so we would watch movies with dinner, and like it'd take like maybe 3 nights to get through like a Star Wars or something, but we did it every night.
Oh my god, that's so cute, man. I kind of miss that though vibe, because now it's like everything's on the phone, and a lot of people like eat by themselves, and I feel like, especially like I think for our Indonesian culture a lot, food is like a love language, man. Like seriously, like just going to the dinner table physically eating with people around. I mean, technology, I guess, makes it cool. You can like call people while you're eating, but it's like it's not the same,
No, it's not. And honestly, like it was cool that we got to like watch movies then, but I like sitting down at dinner and actually like talking, like actually talking to people, to people you're eating with. But yeah, that's where the Indiana Jones, the Star Wars, Jurassic Park, those classic 90s Disney movies, that was like our routine of like what we would watch.
Hey man, you look like you could be Luke Skywalker, man.
Oh my god.
This is the hair, look, the swooping hair. Blonde, 6'2", from his backstage profile.
My backstage profile did not say 6'2". I lied. I wish.
Well, he's 6'2" now, with the energy of a 6'2" man right here. The country hunk over here.
Oh God,
man. So you moved around a lot, though. What was the reason behind the moving around? Was it just like
it was my dad? My dad. He it was just like with relating to his job and his practice. So he it was all because of him.
Oh, shout out pops. But I'm sure it also taught you like to adapt a lot when you were younger.
Yeah. I was kind of like a shy kid, a little nervous, but
you were a shy kid.
I was actually, but it definitely does help. I don't know. I guess I did move around a lot, but I always made friends, and like, you do kind of change a little bit of yourself when you move to kind of like fit in, so yeah, but it was hard. I will say it was difficult. I didn't love the moving around.
Well, you do adapt quickly, as they say. Very friendly person. And this is the flower section of the Patty Show. I don't have the sound effects yet, but we're going to get there. Flowers to you, man. Like I mentioned earlier, you took care of my brother. You still take care of my brother, and then you still take care of me. We appreciate you greatly. Always bringing the positive energy. Always coming to soccer when you don't work with them anymore.
That's true.
And then you still show love. And it's just always a fun time. We always giggle. We always laugh.
We do.
We can literally just look at each other and just start laughing.
No, it's such a fun time. I'm just glad you guys still let me come, even though I don't work there anymore.
Hey man, I don't even work there.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like,
shout out to my Focus people out there. I literally played this past Sunday.
Yeah, I know. I want to join that.
Yeah, you gotta do that on Sunday. I think
it's not happening.
Yeah, but the following week you definitely come. But your energy, man, on set too, man. Oh my God, we had such a blast shooting the film. So grateful for your help and your time and your support, man, because that's a true passion project. We're so glad that I think by the end of this year it should be ready, man. So
I can't wait to see it.
We're so grateful for all the people that helped out there for something good going on. Hopefully our dad really likes it. We haven't showed him anything at all. We're trying to keep it as secret as we can to eventually give it to him and then see everything. So just grateful for you, man. Appreciate you coming on the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you for letting me be a part of the short film. I mean, it's such an important story to be told. So the honor and pleasure is mine. So thank you.
The pleasure. Look at all
pleasure.
the P's.
There's the P.
He knows all the P's right here, man.
One of the P's.
One of the P's. Don't forget about the number one P, Patty, right here at Patty Show Podcast. You can find us YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. All that good stuff, pattysetziati.com/podcast. Where can we find you, by the way? Socials and LinkedIn and all that stuff?
Yeah, I'm on LinkedIn. It's just my name, Mike Mudano. And then on Instagram, I'm Mikey Mud. because don't want everyone to be able to find me.
Yeah.
And then no, I don't have Facebook anymore. Got rid of that.
Why? What happened?
Political reasons.
An ex?
I don't have X either. I used to, but again, I got rid of that too. Yeah, I just don't political. I'm not a big Zuckerberg fan or
Yeah,
Elon.
that's not the P we talk about on the Patty Show, y'all.
No, that is not a P we want to talk about.
Oh my God. But yeah, man, they can also find you on SoundCloud, right?
My God, can you imagine? I'm not on SoundCloud.
Yes, you are actually.
Am I?
Let's talk about this monologue that you did. Avery's. What is this? Avery's.
I really don't remember this.
Avery's monologue. You were talking about Wizard of Oz, Jim Carrey.
Oh my God, I so don't remember this.
Wow, he's
no. I mean, okay, I guess one of the things, I was an actor. I love acting, but I did act when I was in Atlanta. So I lived in Atlanta for, my God, straight out of college, and I got an agent and started acting, like going to auditions and stuff.
You got a
doing
lot
short
there.
films.
IMDb out. Woo.
I do have an IMDb, and yes, but I don't remember what that is. I clearly didn't get the part.
Well, it was on SoundCloud. If you guys if you look up your name, honestly, Mike Mudano, you'll find it.
Now I need to do that.
Yeah, I can't remember the exact name of the piece, but I remember your character that you were playing. You're talking about how your first movie was Wizard of Oz. You love Jim Carrey's acts, and yeah, man, I definitely felt the passion through it.
Must have been the character I was playing, because I don't like the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, no, 100%. I was like,
Jim Carrey, I'm like,
he's like, it's debatable. Speaking of SoundCloud and other platforms, YouTube. Some great tapes over there, man. Man, that whole YouTube era with the self tapes.
I know.
I saw the character you played with against this. You were opposite against this cop.
Okay.
And apparently you were an abuser in this story.
Oh yes, yeah. That was a short film that I did in Atlanta, and yeah, it was about domestic abuse, and I was like, I just remember I wore this cool leather jacket.
Yeah.
The black leather jacket.
Of course.
And I do remember that was I never even saw the final product of that. I don't even think, and I don't remember what it's called. It might be. I think that actually might be on my IMDb, because that one actually was a legit short film. But yeah, I know I played the abuser.
Yeah.
I don't remember if we were married or if I was just her boyfriend, but yeah, that was not a good. I mean, it was a good role, but it was,
Yeah, it was just, I was surprised because it was your reel. I think one of your reels, and I'm like, wow, he led with it for the range.
Yeah, that was on. Oh my God, I forgot I had that reel. Yeah, that was one of my old reels. That tried to showcase all my little short films and stuff that you would send out to agents back in 2016. Almost 10 years ago.
How was that era like though in the acting scene around the 2015s, 2016s, especially you said you were mainly in Georgia at that time?
I was in Georgia, yeah.
How was that whole vibe like?
Well, that's when it was really popping off in Atlanta. Stranger Things had really put Atlanta on the map, I think. Georgia had always been a really popular place for shooting, just because of the tax credits, but it really wasn't until, I would say, Stranger Things and then a couple of those other shows that were filming in Atlanta, and then of course Pinewood Studios bringing all the Marvel stuff to Atlanta, and they always needed local talent. So that created this whole acting community. In Atlanta, and it was a really cool scene. There were a lot of really talented actors there. But I will say the vibe was very different there than it is here in LA. And in that people here in LA take it so much more seriously than people in Atlanta do. It kind of felt like some actors and people in Atlanta were just woke up one day and were like, I think I'll be an actor.
Interesting.
Not really training. There were great acting like schools
Yeah,
and
yeah,
like
yeah.
classes that you could take in Atlanta, but the actors themselves, I remember talking to this one actor, and we were in a class together, and I was
Yeah.
like, who are some of your favorite actors? Like, what are their favorite performances? And like, they couldn't really like tell me any. And so then I started naming, and I was like, well, I really love Kate Blanchett, Michael Fassbender. And they were like, who? And I was like, you're an actor and you don't know some of the greats in our industry? Like, what? So that's kind of like that's what I see as the big difference between the actors, some of the actors that I knew back in Atlanta versus like here in LA.
Wow, that's an interesting. Wow, you have really good attention to detail, man. Look at you, you're studious man. Law degree, man. This you do it all over here. You do it all over here, man.
You compliment me too much.
I'm being honest right here, But that's interesting though. So also, didn't The Walking Dead?
Oh yeah,
Right?
The Walking Dead
Right?
too. That was huge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember them mentioning all that stuff. I'm like, wow, maybe I
Yeah.
should go down south. But
You would have slayed down there, I feel like.
I've never been to Georgia actually though. I loved my time in like New Orleans was fun for a little spring break action, and then Nashville is super cool.
I've never been to either of those places.
Really?
Yeah, I know.
Oh
I
my
grew
God.
up in the South.
Recommend, man. So
Yeah.
I'd say, well, I mean, they're definitely touristy, I'd say, because especially like the major cities. But I'm a tourist. What can I say? I love to hop around. That's why I have trust issues. Where's my wife? Help me find my wife in Netflix. Oh,
at Netflix. Okay.
Netflix and chill. Literally.
Extra chill.
Extra chill. You know what I'm saying? We'll get to the Netflix part eventually because your story is so fascinating, man. Georgia, man, you were just conquering. Athens, Georgia, explains the Greek god body, of course.
Oh God.
You know, I'm saying, you see the shirt is gonna rip open, guys. Whenever we play soccer, I'm like, all right, take it easy, sir. Take it easy. There's children watching, okay? Athens, Georgia. I didn't even realize there was an Athens.
Yeah.
In Georgia. What's that like compared to like Atlanta, or like where were you from originally, the town?
Like Milledgeville, where I went to high school.
Were they different or similar?
Very different. All of those places are all very different. So Athens, Georgia is where the University of Georgia is.
Oh,
so
okay.
This is the big state school, and that's where I went to. That's where I did my undergrad. So it's a college town. It's a college town. There's a lot. It has a great music scene. It's a very progressive, like most college towns kind of are. It's got a great art scene, a lot of like craft jewelers and artisans, and not as many actors, but big in music. I think like Lady Antebellum was like discovered there, and like
triggered a core memory. I used to listen to them.
Yeah, they were discovered there, and like, oh my God, there's another big group that I am totally blanking on now. But so it was that was what Athens was like. And then of course during the fall, it's a huge football school. The University of Georgia is, so that changed the entire town. Went on a Saturday in the fall. It was crazy. So then Atlanta, obviously, Atlanta actually I think is really similar to LA.
Really?
It's got pockets and neighborhoods like LA has that are very different from each other. It's just so much smaller. You could drive all of Atlanta in probably like 30 minutes, whereas like it takes you 30 minutes to get anywhere.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah.
So they were very similar. I think Atlanta had just diversity, whereas like the rest of the state doesn't really have much diversity unless you like go to like Savannah or one of some of the bigger cities in Georgia. And then Milledgeville was Milledgeville was country. It was a little redneck. It was not the ideal place to go to high school and deal with all of that. So it's just very different. But going to Georgia was like University of Georgia was really like great for me because it exposed you to things that you didn't have in a small town.
They expose you to things.
People, ideas, books,
a lot of stuff. Mom, we love you. a lot of stuff out there.
A lot of stuff.
And what did you major in again?
I was broadcast journalism. And film studies.
Oh, I can see from the face right there, jawline, Mr. Jawline. Look at this. Take it with the forearms, okay?
I thought I was going to be the next Ryan Seacrest. That was what I wanted. That's what I intended to do when I was in college.
I see that. So that's crazy.
And then I totally just took a left turn because
Why'd you stop?
And looking back, I shouldn't have stopped, but I didn't really like how intense some of the broadcasting classes were. I didn't love the news environment. Being in like the newsroom and like my cohort it was just a bunch of really stressed out people all the time. And I did not like being in that environment very much. And everybody told me like, oh no, you can't do entertainment news. You got to do local news. You got to do something serious, because everything I want to do is always entertainment related. But no, my professors and everyone was like, no, you can't do that. You got to do a hard news story. You got to do real news. Yeah. And I was like, but that's not what I want to do.
Yeah.
So I just was really turned off by that. And so in a panic, I kind of took a left turn. Wow. And I didn't go that route.
But then you got your law degree.
But then I went to law.
Yeah. So I'm curious about how you ended up making that decision.
Yeah. So I took about 2 years after college to kind of just like working like odd jobs while I was trying to be an actor. And so I was having auditions stuff, but I was working like small little odd jobs, and I was tired of not having any money. And so,
I know that part,
right? Yeah. And so my mother's an attorney, and she was like, why don't you try going to law school, being a lawyer? You want to work in the film business, you want to maybe go out to LA, like, they all need lawyers, so just try it. So I did. And I took the LSAT more than once. It's really hard.
I hear you.
And I only applied to one school out here that I was waitlisted for, and then I applied to Georgia State, which is in Atlanta, and they have a part-time law program, so I could like work during the day and make money, and then go to school at night. Wow. So that's what I did. But that made it a 4-year program instead of a regular 3.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. Wow, that's so. Look at you! Shout out to mom. We love the moms out there. Oh my! Yeah. The practicality, man. I think that's the biggest thing, especially with entertainment. I get it, man. It's like you got to do all these odd jobs, and then there's a certain point where you're like, I'm tired of being broke.
Yeah. There's a break. I wouldn't even call it a breaking point, but there's just like you got to do something that actually could propel your future, to where you want it to be.
No, absolutely. And it's like sometimes you just got to make those sacrifices, because in Indonesian we have this word called like sadar, but it's like when you kind of realize like, oh, maybe there's another path that I can take. Maybe it's not Ryan Seacrest, but you're better than Ryan Seacrest. Okay?
Oh, thank you. I think I would have been really good on the red carpet interviewing people.
You can still do it, man.
I would love to do
You're only like 26, right?
Sure. Yeah.
That's what it said on the online page, right next to the video of you on a couch to make extra money. Oh wait, that's a wrong slide over there. Is that one of the gigs?
Wait, what are you talking about? A video of me on a couch? On YouTube?
Yes. Well, it was
it must have been another like self-tape or some kind of audition.
Maybe it was a different tube. Mom, don't watch this part. I'm telling you, you've done so many different things, man. I don't know how you don't see it. I don't know. I've seen so much stuff. You guys got to check his YouTube. It's at Mike Mudano. You do a lot of Oscar reviews.
Oh, yeah. Well, that I posted a bunch of stuff for that.
But that's that passion. I love that, man.
I had my own like movie award, like my award show. Like
I know. I saw some. I'm like, this man never sleeps. Like
I cut it all together too.
That's all of it.
Wow. I had video editing. I know. I used. I learned that in college, like to work Premiere, and so that's what I would.
Oh my God! Okay, look, multi-talented over here.
It was cool.
Oh my
God. Well, I always thought sometimes the Academy, I thought this was back in the day. Like I started doing this little awards show where it was just Mike's Movie Awards. And I had 10 categories.
Tell me the categories.
So it was like, of course, the major ones like Best Picture, Best Director, Lead Actor and Actress, Supporting Actor and Actress. And then I had like Original Score, Cinematography, Visual Effects. And I think that was it.
Yeah, the visual effects. Yeah.
Was that 10? I don't think I had an editing category. Anyway, and screenwriting. Duh, that's the one I was reading. Big one, screenwriting. Because and I started it in 2009, so I was a freshman in high school when I started it, and basically it was I would review and take into consideration every movie that I watched that I had never seen before, whether it came out in theaters or whether I rented it or or pay-per-viewed it or something back then. It was all made it all eligible for Mike's Movie Awards, and I did it twice a year. I did like half the year, and
Oh
then
my
because
God,
I
that's a lot.
watched a lot of movies back then. I mean, a lot.
Man,
Yeah,
that's why you and Arnold's connected. Because this brother too, my brother
yeah,
Arnold, I don't know how he's all the time. That's a
yeah.
lot of movies.
It was.
And these aren't the short movies right here. They're like the 2 hours, some three.
Oh
Like,
yeah, I was very into the heavy dramas.
oh, okay.
Oh yeah, like I mean, I think one of my favorite movies. I mean, it's a phenomenal film, but one of my favorite movies that I watched when I was in high school was called The Hours, and it's like super depressing, but like a brilliant film. But just like that was the kind of movies that I like was like drawn to back then.
Wow.
I know, what does that say about me in high school?
I don't know. It looks
Depressed?
like you had the
Depressed?
pop punk era, the eyeliner.
I had no.
Okay.
You know what? But it was like
Close.
it was like, yeah, I might as well have been like that because of the movies that I watched.
The All American Reject shirt,
No,
like
literally.
like that type of vibe. No, everyone
Yeah.
was on that kind of vibe. Man, yeah, your YouTube helped me learn a lot about you, and we actually have a lot of parallels, man.
Okay.
I always knew you were Asian too. Like I said, part of the family. But you had this commercial class
Oh yeah.
tape thing.
Oh yeah.
You did something for Amstelite.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
You know,
I do know what you're
did
talking
the
about with that.
same thing.
At the American Academy of Dramatic Arts, because
Not
that's
just-
where
no,
I did.
I didn't do it for the action. I did it for when I was looking for representation for like a commercial agent.
Yeah.
And I forgot which agency it was, but they told me to do the Amstelite. So when I heard Amstelite, I was like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Is this like a generic thing that everyone practices or something?
I don't know. I guess it was that a lot of acting classes or schools like teach, because
Yeah.
I did that when I spent a summer at the American Academy of Dramatic Arts here in LA when I was in college, and that was one of like the things that they had us like prepare and do and record.
Yeah, I was like, why do I know this? And it just clicked to me when I kept watching the thing. I was like, I definitely did this too, man. Oh my, it's crazy. Because that's actually like an old commercial, right? Like maybe the 2000s or something. Cause
for sure.
I don't think I've ever even drank an Amstelite.
I don't think I've ever even seen an
Yeah,
Amstelite.
I don't even. I don't know
like
when
on
it
a
came
menu.
out.
No
So
idea.
it's just so funny how that commercial, like that script is something that's just used through generations. Our kids probably gonna audition to Amstelite. You know what I'm saying? Like that's shout out Amstelite if you're still out there as a brand. It's probably like Corona probably like
I bet they bought, like
100%.
Budweiser or something probably.
100%. Someone bought it. I'm like, I've never seen it. So I was looking through YouTube. I remember when I was preparing for it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, this is so vintage. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you did a Pepsi one too, I think, or something, or a Coke. I forgot which.
I think I did a Coke
Yeah.
one commercial, like audition. Again, didn't book any of those, but I think I did a Coke one. Yeah.
But it's all the resilience, you got to do that. That's what teaches. That's what acting teaches you. Honestly, you just have to
resilience.
Keep pushing through, even when it doesn't feel like it's gonna go through. You just gotta be doing it for the love of the game.
Yeah, I think it helps you with rejection too, like majorly helps.
You
you
got
with
rejected? $1 million smile.
That's funny. Yeah.
Come on now. Walks into a room, everybody, guy, girl, grandpa, grandma.
Oh, grandparents love me.
See?
That's true.
Sugar mamas, sugar daddies, everybody. Okay? Well, you've gotten rejected before?
With acting stuff or just in general?
In general, in life.
Oh, I mean, yeah. Been rejected from jobs, been rejected from dates, been rejected from auditions.
From dates.
Oh my God.
How dare
everyone.
Who are you? We're gonna find you, okay? How dare you? How dare them?
But it's just everyone has gone through rejection.
Well, you're not just everyone. Ryan Seacrest Jr. Okay? If you guys can't see on YouTube, which at Patty Show Podcast, literally, if you look at the angle, look at that. Oh, Seacrest. Is that right? Is that right, Seacrest? Oh my God! Oh my God, Seacrest! On the Patty Show! Oh my God. How do you handle rejection then, man? Do you have any tips on that? Because you're right.
Well,
everyone deals with it.
It takes time. I mean, I think it just takes getting older. and like getting almost kind of like when you become comfortable with yourself, like rejection doesn't feel as personal.
That's a good tip.
Yeah. Especially when like you can step out of it and take, you make it not personal and you actually just like, I don't know, look at something and you say, okay, maybe this wasn't right for me, or this is not the path that I'm supposed to be on. And like, I think it just helps. It helps you understand. I think rejection can help you understand your like current path and where you need to go. I think.
Wow. Shout out to rejection. And then honestly, it's what they say, like, what is it? When one door closes, another door opens.
Basically, yeah.
You never know who you're gonna find. Maybe my wife.
Yeah.
I need to wait for 20 more rejections. sorry. I need to fall in love like you.
Oh well, love is love, and it's hard to find.
Any tips for a single man like me?
Patty, you're just a great dude. You're enjoyable to be around, and you light up the room. So I think you will have no problem. But it's just timing. Just things happen at the right time.
He's also my therapist too. Oh my god, I'm gonna start crying. It's tough though, like, because I love what you mentioned about the whole like rejection and like kind of separating yourself from it. I feel like from maturity, and I'm definitely completely different from high school, college, and everything. And rejection it still leaves like a little bit of a bad taste because that's just human nature. But it's tough though in the heat of the moment, man. The mind starts going like, damn, am I just not enough?
Absolutely.
Even for a split second. It doesn't matter how secure you are. I still sometimes get those thoughts.
Oh, absolutely. And like trying to be an actor too at that time. I mean, camera picks up every ounce of insecurity you have behind your eyes. Like if you can't even fake that. So you have to be so secure with yourself. And I think when you're in your early 20s, and you don't really know anything about anything really. You think you do, but you really don't. Act that you get rejected a bunch, and that makes you think a little stronger. But God, it made me feel even more insecure. Yeah.
Yeah. Even Ryan Seacrest gets insecure. You see that, everybody? Ryan Seacrest, senior. Ryan Seacrest, what are you doing right now? Does he still like do stuff on TV?
I saw recently. I think he's like hosting Wheel of Fortune now. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I would have never expected that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I saw an ad and he was on it with Vanna White.
Interesting. Well, maybe we'll make our own version, the Patty Show Wheel of Fortune.
Oh, that would be fun.
And then you'll be my Ryan Seacrest.
Okay.
Okay? I want you to open up everything. Hi, guys.
Let's just do Fashion Police and I'll be Ryan. That's way more fun.
That would be a fun one, man. Gotta do like a buddy cop kind of vibe.
Yeah.
You gotta get back into the acting stuff, man. Come on.
I mean, I definitely am more secure with myself now, so I probably would be a better actor now than I was back then. I do think.
What do you mean, man? You had some great work. You guys got to check it out on YouTube. It was a fun time. I've seen a lot of clips. I think you post like almost every single clip.
I posted a lot. Yeah, I posted a lot. I don't know why. I just did.
You had that consistency, man. And I think that's honestly such a value that you stick by, because I don't know how you did law school, man, because that's...
Oh, yeah.
That's tough, especially since you said you were working too during it, and it was like... There's 4 years of extra torture.
Yeah, and then COVID hit, and so then we were like fully remote, and then I also was like let go from my job, like so many of us were when COVID hit. So then I was able to kind of focus on like being a student again, and trying to get like legal type internships and stuff like that. But yeah, law school was very hard. It wasn't even something that I wanted to do. I never intended to be a lawyer ever. But that's life.
That's life.
And it got me out here working in this industry. So, did something right, I guess.
Yeah, because you were in Focus Features for how long? 3 years?
3 years.
Yeah. Look at you, 3 years. Okay.
3 years.
And then what was their role again for over there?
I was a manager of business and legal affairs there.
Sugar daddy. That's what I heard. Manager of business
and
legal affairs. What does that entail, like your day-to-day life look like?
So business affairs is really like the deal making. of
Oh,
the
so he is
industry.
sugar daddy.
So it's like they're the ones that do the deals for talent, above the line, below the line, department heads. Um, business affairs also involves like physical production, like legal work. So that's like, location agreements and releases, appearance releases, clearance type agreements and
Uh-huh.
releases that you would need. So it's all of that, and more. But my job specifically was, so I worked. I did credits and marketing legal mostly. So I was not actually the one. I was not negotiating um, any sort of agreements for anybody, but I would love to do that. But I was doing credit administration and review. So I would build out the credits using like the talent's contracts, because in their contracts there would always be a clause about how someone would be credited.
Really
So
interesting.
including the order, like what order they came
Wow.
in, or like what position they were in, or like if they're to be credited in advertising and marketing materials. All of that is like
Even like
pre-negotiated.
was it duration of like how long they're seeing
Yeah,
on the screen too?
sometimes
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
You would have like really big talent that'd be like, like Kate Blanchett to be credited and marketing materials, yada yada yada, whatever. And then like her co-star would be like, or her thing would say like, to be on screen as no less than so and so her co-star or something like that.
Mm.
Like I brutally paraphrased, but yeah, all of that was contractual. So I was doing that, and then doing like marketing legal, so like reviewing marketing materials, trailers to make sure they were like compliant with contracts, talent contracts, as well as guild compliance too, because there's certain rules that you have to abide by. If you're under DGA jurisdiction or WGA jurisdiction.
And what are those two things?
So the DGA is the Directors Guild of
Okay.
America, yeah, and the WGA is the Writers Guild of America. So those are, they're very powerful unions essentially. And then the Screen Actors Guild too, but there aren't really any contractual or like credit rules that you have to abide by with the Screen Actors Guild in terms of marketing. It's different, like in credits, but in terms of marketing there aren't any. But yeah, so I did a lot of that, and then the other part of my job was doing something called legal delivery, which that basically was for homegrown productions. It's just a lot of paperwork. You're creating a lot of paperwork, you're collecting a bunch of paperwork from the production team. You're creating basically like a workflow, if that makes sense. To follow for the film, for the life of the film, essentially. And then you work with the attorneys, who are doing the deal making. You have to have like clean chain of title for a film. Like there's all these very complex and intricate things that go into creating a movie. And so that's what film delivery is on production side. But then if you're work for a major studio or distributor with like Focus, you go to film festivals and you buy movies. So we would take acquisitions or films that were bought at a film festival, and then we would take delivery of that, meaning like we'd be working with the producers or the post-production like supervisor or post coordinator or something like that. It's one of those people. Usually it was a lot of times producers, because they were wanted to be very in it with you. And they would be delivering all the paperwork to you. So we would negotiate what we call a delivery schedule, which essentially is an itemized list of like all the deliverables, both physical deliverables, so that would be like the actual raw like video files and audio files, and then the legal deliverables, which would be like talent agreements, location agreements, copyright report to make sure you have like that there's no outstanding or like potential like infringement claims that could be there, or like things like that.
Wow.
Yeah. So I mean, there's a bunch, but those are kind of, so that was the other part of my job too.
Oh my goodness! Look at you, professional over here. Not just a pretty face, but also very dedicated. Wow, that's a lot of different layers, and I feel like a lot of people don't even know about that side of like the film entertainment world. They always think, "Yep, sign a little contract.
Yeah. And they're like, I'm going to be a writer. I'm going to be a director. And it's like, well, there's a whole, there's so much that you can do.
Like the amount of positions that you mentioned is like, that's just the tip of the iceberg, y'all. There's so many different things. I keep learning more stuff by the day. Yeah. My brother tells me a lot of stuff, and then like hanging out with very smart people out here, it's always great to learn more and more. Focus Features, man, shout out to y'all. But you ended up moving, huh?
I did. Yeah.
To Netflix, man. Is your position similar to it, you'd say?
So I basically do the same thing at Netflix now, but not as much working with credits anymore because they have their own like department for that, which is of course really nice. And Focus was just, we had to all do that because Focus is smaller, whereas Netflix is so big. But yeah, so I just do the same thing there at Netflix, working on film. I don't do series, just film.
Interesting. Okay, yeah. Netflix is a big entity, man. Because I know there's like the animation side now. They like splitting all that. Yeah, it's
everything.
Man, all these big corporations is just wild, man. Seeing like how they have this like, I wouldn't say well-oiled machine sometimes, but like all these corporations, it's just crazy how it all just like works together. It's just fascinating, man.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at like the major studios, and now their biggest rivals, which are these streaming tech giants, essentially. I mean, you really like don't know like where the future of the industry is going to go. I mean, you have people like Larry Ellison that's trying, or well, I guess his son David Ellison that's trying to merge Skydance and Paramount, and now they I've heard that they might be interested in Warner Brothers now. So it's like pretty soon it might just be a few of those major studios and the streamers, and then that could change the entire landscape because a lot of theaters don't want to release theatrically like Netflix movies, and that's a whole very complex issue that I don't know anything about, but it's really interesting to see and where they can go from there if they want to do a theatrical release. And so I've noticed that Netflix actually bought a theater, their own theater, the Egyptian, they bought that. And so it's like they really have like fully vertical integrated like of this whole industry. Like they produce, they release, they exhibit. It's like, it's almost kind of like back in the old days of the studio system where like the studios had control over everything, but this time now it's like these streamers. It's interesting.
And they're trying to take control of everything. They're like, give me my Infinity Gauntlet,
No, literally, it's interesting how history repeats itself.
It's kind of wild because I did see something maybe it was a couple of months ago where they're opening up a Netflix studio in New Jersey or something.
Oh,
because of like some like tax incentive or something like that.
Well, that maybe.
Or that was like a couple of months ago, so they probably maybe either axed it or whatever. But I mean, New Jersey, I feel like would be a good spot just because like there's so much range of like location because you could be in the mountains. Yeah, surprisingly, there's like the mountain. Of course, you got Jersey Shore. Shout out to Jersey Shore. So you got the beach.
Yeah.
And then like near like Princeton, it gives like DC vibes because it's like college town, like you mentioned. Like how every college town vibe, like shout out to Yale, New Haven, all those college towns are like similar. I feel like it's just one brain that just made the infrastructure. They're like college kids, books, and underground tunnels.
Yeah,
like,
bars.
In bars. That's basically what it is. Because it doesn't matter what state you are in. If it's a college town, you'll see the same kind of vibes. Whether you're in Georgia, you're in Connecticut, maybe in LA, best place on earth.
I do love LA.
You love LA?
I do love LA.
And where are you at again? Where in LA?
I live in Sherman Oaks.
Sherman Oaks. Shout out to the SO. Is that what they call it? Or?
You know what? We could start that.
We'll start the SO.
The SO.
That's the thing. When I moved to LA, it's crazy. Almost 2 years now. There's so many different like acronyms.
I know.
I remember the first time I heard OC. I'm like, at first I was like, I thought they said OJ for a second. I'm like, Samson? I'm like,
no.
We were talking about that guy, I was like, what is OC? And I'm like, and then like San Diego, even people say like SD.
Really?
Tijuana, they say TJ. I'm like, what's up with the West Coast, man?
No, I guess no one wants to just pronounce it.
I know, they're like, you know what? It's too long. Let's just, I mean, LA. LA.
LA.
You're right. Because no one says CT. No one says Connecticut. So
just say Connecticut.
What about Atlanta, though? Don't you guys say ATL?
Some people say ATL.
I think that's kind of far, though.
No. It is kind of cool, ATL. Yeah. I always just referred to it as Atlanta, but I have heard ATL. That's a popular acronym.
Is there an acronym for Athens? AT?
No, it's too short.
Yeah, it's too short, right?
It is, yeah.
Makes sense with like I said, the Greek god body. Speaking of the Greek god body, I have to know, man, you're a busy man, working hard, all that stuff. How do you stay in shape? How do you stay fit? All that good stuff. Any tips for the people out there that are trying to balance, the 9 to 5 crazy life and staying active, fit, for the future?
To relate it to the topic of the podcast with saying no to like distractions and like setting boundaries, yeah, I mean that's how you kind of have to do it. I probably try to work out 3 times a week. I'm really not that much, and then we have soccer on Thursdays. So I go in the morning, or I'll go after work, or I'll try to go on the weekends, and it's just setting up the boundaries for yourself, so to make sure you follow. And making sure you follow them, that's the hardest thing.
Absolutely,
making sure you actually just do it.
Because the knowledge is out there, man. You can find it on Google, YouTube. You can find anywhere. You can find his stuff on YouTube, too. I just want to emphasize there.
Yeah,
there's a lot of stuff. I wish I had the time to watch everything. We might have to do a screening eventually.
Oh, my God.
Focus people. Let's, if you guys like that, could you like?
Oh, God. No one. Don't look.
I know Jake is going to want you to do it.
I go and delete it.
Yeah, put everything on private. Actually, don't, because I already have it.
I'm not going to do that.
But, yeah, man, I think because the knowledge it's there everywhere. You can even like find exercises in books, and obviously you can find it on Google and everything. But it's that accountability and actually executing it, man. What are some of your tips for like actually executing these exercises? For example, is it like maybe putting a timer in? I know some people are so unique where they physically put in the schedule. Like let's say gym time is 8 a.m. to 10 or something like that. How do you maneuver all that?
Just like, well, in relating to like the gym, I go when I feel, when my body starts to tell me like, you need to go to the gym. Like, I don't know about you, but I will feel like just like sluggish, Yeah. So I think it's like my body telling me you need to go. And then when that happens, I'm like, it becomes a priority for me. And I just will like, I'll just go. If I'm at work and I feel like that, then obviously, I'm like, oh no, I'm going to go after work. But I usually plan for that.
Yeah,
or like in the morning, I'll plan to be like, I'm going to get up early and go. And then, it's being disciplined to actually like follow through and do that with the gym. But see, I also like working out. So if you're a person that doesn't enjoy like going to the gym and doesn't enjoy that like sort of solitude that you kind of have with just you and your headphones and you're working out, like, then it's gonna be harder for someone to like actually make themselves do it and be disciplined to do it. But I enjoy it, so it's easier.
Man. That's a lot of great self-awareness. I love how you mentioned you also listen to your body and the self-awareness you have to understand like, man, I'm feeling sluggish, and you know the reason why, because like I've been there too where I've stints where I'm like, man, why am I sluggish? But you know the reason why, because movement is honestly, it's medicine, man. It's so powerful. And it doesn't even have to be the gym. It could be playing soccer.
Yeah.
And for the people that don't like working out, and there's a lot of people, I've been there too, you can find other alternatives. Any type of movement. It's going for a walk with your dog. Maybe playing soccer with Ryan Seacrest's cousin. Like do what you got to do. Get some sort of movement, because it really helps like heal a lot of the things, like especially with the sedentary lifestyle most of us like live. Yeah. The 9 to 5, working in tech and entertainment, all that stuff. And even just finding maybe like a 5-minute pocket of, I don't know, doing something simple like a deep squat, get a little movement in there. Yeah. It also gets the mind jogging, moving and stuff like that.
It helps clear the mind.
Absolutely.
Working out is incredibly beneficial. Any kind of exercise is incredibly beneficial to your mental health.
Absolutely, yeah. So any way you can find an excuse, and that's how you become a Greek god. What's your workout split right now? Is it a little upper, lower? Full body,
full body for sure. But
I can see it's upper, definitely.
I do focus on the upper. I need to do more with the legs.
I feel you.
I hate working out legs.
Legs hurt.
It's torture. And I just feel like I'm gonna like hurt myself squatting. It's I do a lot of upper body. Want to work out the muscles that look good. More for looks and aesthetic than practicality. That's
all the delts, all the flies.
That's so LA, isn't it? It's so LA.
I can't blame you. It's a good one though. We love doing this movement.
Love doing that. We love
lateral raise, spam. That's I mean, technically, in a survival aspect, we could like,
No, that's
so you
true.
look at, well,
Yeah.
they're not ready
I
for
mean,
a buddy cop movie, the
Fashion Police.
fashion police buddy cop
cop.
film version.
That actually would be so hilarious.
That'd be the best right there.
Yeah.
The diversity we have
I know.
over there. Come on now.
Did you see the Naked Gun remake?
I need to watch it. I need to watch.
Remake. It's more kind of a sequel, but
I need to watch. I heard
very
so many
funny.
things. Recommend?
Yeah, it just reminded me of this.
That's the kind of vibe. Yeah.
It just
Well, I guess I'll have to watch it for research purposes out there.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to the research. Shout out to everyone in the entertainment industry. All that stuff. Everyone's doing hard work, man.
Yeah.
And doing hard work. Speaking of hard work, here comes the easy part of the Patty Show. I know I did some interrogation out here. We got our topic today, man. You did mention the boundaries and everything. Let's talk about this first talking point, okay?
Okay.
Boundaries for creativity.
Okay.
How do boundaries support your creative flow or career passions?
Well, boundaries. It's important to know when to say no, both personally and even in your career too. I mean, setting professional boundaries with people that you work with, like, I'm not going to be available 24/7, even though we all have work phones and we could be. Setting that expectation of like, I don't respond to emails after a certain time.
Yeah.
That's kind of, I mean, it's hard to do that, but that is enormously helpful because then it allows you to be able to disconnect and, from work when you come home, when it's at nighttime or on weekends and you really are just tired. So then boundaries to help creatively, that's where some more discipline does come in. And that's where it gets really hard for me, at least personally. It's saying no to hanging out with friends, it's on a weekend or after work, going to see a movie or something with friends. It's if you're really passionate about working on something creatively, like whether you're a writer or you do videography or something,
whatever it is,
whatever it is, I think it's really setting that time for yourself is really hard to do. And one of the things that I did that actually has helped me a little bit get back into get my creative juices flowing again, was I got the book The Artist's Way.
Oh, we were talking about that on the podcast. Yes, The Artist's Way.
It was great. And so it's discipline. It's getting up early and doing your morning pages. It's and just staying true, taking yourself out on an artist date. It's all of those little things. It's really settling with yourself and becoming so comfortable with yourself and being by yourself. That helps you create those boundaries, so then you can achieve what you want to do, or
perform in the best way possible.
Exactly.
I think, oh man, I need to really dive into that because actually first season of the Patty Show, episode 5 I believe, or 6, my boy Maciej, my Polish brother, I met him at Squid Games. We were working a gig for Squid Games. Super nice guy, this Polish actor. He mentioned that book. I think Arnold also talked about it too. But like you said, doing those morning pages, even when you don't feel like doing it. And that discipline, especially when it comes to something as free-flowing and bubbly as creativity, it's once you learn to balance the spontaneity and the discipline, man, I've noticed that especially with the podcast, for example. I'm so grateful I have all these different hats I'm doing, the personal training helps with my discipline, podcast with the creativity, and the middle's an in between, doing all the AI stuff, the squiggly line and everything. But finding that time to that power to be sorry y'all, I can't go out to whatever it is, the fun times at Thursday nights. I have to wake up at 4 a.m, or do the podcast. Thankfully for the podcast, at least recording it, there's a social interaction. I get to see my brother over here, so it's a good time.
It's fun,
And,
the
hard part is the editing, though. I'm not gonna lie. If you guys are young editors out there, unpaid, of course, hit up the Patty Show.
Non-union, unpaid.
Non-union, unpaid. I have a lawyer, so he'll make sure everything is good. I'm a good boss. Let me talk to my producer. He's a good boss. I'm the producer too. So
cut.
Cut. The producer. Where's the editor? Yeah, it's me. We do it all over here. But man, that's really good advice. You said it's called The Artist Way, and
The Artist Way.
Artist Way. Have you finished it, or are you still working on it?
No, I'm still working through it. It's one of
Gotcha.
those things that you kind of just continuously like do.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just I don't think you ever are fully done with it. It's just something you keep doing.
Man, look at that. The inspirational right here. Look at that. Educated and all that good stuff. That's a great answer, man. I appreciate that. Speaking of passion and some projects, because you are in that creative realm again now, which I love to see, by the way, because you have been working so hard, man. You're working so hard at Focus Features and Netflix, man. Hard working out there.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's hard, but it pays the bills. And,
Amen.
and it is pretty cool.
Yeah,
some of the work we do is really
awesome,
really
man.
cool. Yeah.
It's all perspective, finding
Definitely.
perspective. What passion project came alive once you said no to distractions?
Yeah. So I actually wrote a children's book. Yeah. It's not published. I'm working with an illustrator right now to get the illustrations done. But yeah, I wrote a children's book. It helped inspire me to do that. And I'd always wanted to, I always liked writing. And I, would write short stories and just do little writing exercises that would help. But this idea just came into my mind, and I was like, this would be great as a children's book. I won't say too much about it. For legal reasons, I don't want to say too much about it.
Give us a little,
But essentially, it teaches about acceptance, about how being different is not something to fear or be ashamed of, but actually something that should be celebrated. And to that it's okay, and that it's okay if you're different, that people will love you, you will find your family, and it's just to love yourself and love your differences. That's kind of what it teaches. And there's a little small environmental component to it. Environmentalist component. But again, it's that's the main message.
That's a universal message, man. I wish I had that book when I was growing up, man, because me and Arnold, we moved our whole family moved around a lot. Sometimes we just hopping around and always feeling like the outsider. Like we were out, me and Arnold were born in Norwalk, Connecticut, bougie neighborhood, very affluent, all that stuff. Only Asian kids. And then we go to Bridgeport, Connecticut, inner city vibes, more diverse, but also only Asian kids too again, and then it's hopping around, going to Indonesia, for example. Our Indonesian was really bad, only American kids. So there was always it's
always something.
Always something, but now in hindsight, I'm grateful I had those opportunities, because now I think my purpose now in life is to connect people, with this podcast, with all the stuff that I do, because I've realized even though we're all different, different hair, beautiful hair over here, different eyes, same smile though, golden smiles. Come on,
that's $1 million.
Come on now,
right there.
1,000,001 right here. So it's even though we look different and have different backgrounds, there's still something that connects us. That's the beauty of humanity. When I feel like there's crappy stuff on the news, which I try to not listen to and pay attention to, but you got to stay informed out there.
Yeah,
it does get depressing. Do whatever you have to do for your mental health, but there's just so much that unites us more than all the BS that's on the news, and it's insane. Even the simple things. Everyone loves to drink water. Maybe not love, but at least everyone needs to drink water. I know some people that don't like drinking water. My clients out there, y'all better be drinking water, all right?
Seriously, if you're working out,
come on, stay hydrated out there. I know we get thirsty out in LA.
It's dry out
It's
here.
dry. Double meeting. Double meeting. But we all have to use the bathroom. We all need love and affection. It's doesn't matter if you're from Athens, Greece, or Athens, Georgia. He's gonna be there anyways. He's a Greek god. Okay.
I would love to go to Greece.
That would be fun. Maybe we should do Patty Show Greek edition.
Ooh, that would be fun. Okay.
But I don't know if we can record everything that happens, so. Because I think that will definitely become rated P for Patty.
Rated P for Patty.
P for Patty. Yeah. And then Mom, I don't think you want to watch that episode. Maybe just come in for the click, and then that's it. Appreciate you.
For the click.
Come in for the click, and that's it. We have a little too much pleasure on the show. Speaking of our next talking points, pleasure.
Yes.
Protecting what feels good. we kind of teased it a little bit during our conversation, but how do you safeguard your peace and pleasure in a fast-paced world, man? Before this, we were talking how like you were basically working the whole day, had like some guests. Shout out to our homie. You said Simon and Jake?
Yeah, Simon and Jake came and had lunch.
You know, we love when people visit at work or at home, but it's still like extra work to do because you got to make sure they don't burn the house down.
It's still work. Yeah, you got to make sure. Yeah, you stay on top of your guests. Just kidding.
We love you. We love you. Yeah.
It's fine. No, that's a good question. I have. Again, it helps with those boundaries. And we've talked about this before, but I play video games.
Yeah.
I am a big video gamer, and I will just take time at night after, when I come home from work, and that's like my time where I can decompress. And that's but I will say though, it makes, following your creative passions pretty difficult because I don't know about you, but I would come home and just be exhausted. And I'm like, I really don't want to like go and write, even though like I enjoy it, but it's like, I just don't want to do that. I just want to like veg out.
Yes.
I just want to like sit on the couch, play my video game, or watch a movie or something like that. Yeah. So that makes it a little hard. So you kind of have to set a boundary even with yourself.
Absolutely, I agree. Yeah,
which is actually much harder to do, I think, than setting the boundary with like friends and stuff. Or professionally. I'm
glad you pointed that out, and it's something that it takes time. And there's just some days, sometimes you just have to forget the boundary, because sometimes the stress and everything. But I think for me personally, what's helped me a lot is like scheduling. Even though I'm not the most like analytical guy and all that stuff, I've always been the free flowing, like in the family, black sheep, y'all. Like I just love traveling, having a fun time. Woo, whoop-de-doo. But then I work for a tech company, so it's so weird. I don't know either.
Yeah, black and white difference. Yeah, there.
It's weird. I don't know either, to be honest. Shout out to the people that support me. I love you guys. But yeah, man, just using the calendar helps a lot. Like when I scheduled this with you, like I put in my calendar, I'm like, okay, I can't veg out today. I'm gonna veg out after this self-tape though.
Oh yeah.
I'm just gonna,
I'm gonna veg out when I go home after this. Literally.
What video game are you hooked on right now?
Ooh, so I have been playing.
It might be a funny one, y'all.
Okay, it's something that I like to call cozy gaming.
Okay.
So I've been playing Disney Dreamlight Valley.
Disney Dreamlight Valley.
It's so sweet. And it's cozy.
Oh my God,
gaming.
Is that the one you told me during set when we were shooting?
Yeah, where it's like you're trying to rescue all the Disney characters and bring them into your little town, and you can build houses and you like farm and like
it's simple. It's not like an action game. No, it's like
there's not even
slow
a real
pace.
There's not even a real narrative. It's cozy. It's just.
But do you play it on like the PlayStation?
Yeah, I play it on PlayStation 5. Yeah, and you can buy like outfits and furniture for your house and stuff, and like it's like so cute and it's so fun, and it's like big and open world, so you can just explore. And so I've been playing that a lot. I did get the new Assassin's Creed that I was going through.
What's the new Assassin's Creed?
Shadows.
That's the
one that takes place in feudal Japan. Yeah. It's cool. It's a really cool game. Storyline is okay. It's not my favorite out of that line of games, but the gameplay's fun.
Man, I miss the old Assassin's Creed, man.
Oh, I know.
My boy Ezio, shout out to you, bro.
God,
that Italian Renaissance one.
That was the best one.
Best one. Like that's like maybe if I had a top 10 of video games, like narrative ones, that got to be top 10. He was so good.
Yeah,
ahead of its time. The mechanics were pretty good too.
Totally.
And actually, funny enough, I actually didn't fully play it. I just watched it on YouTube. That's how good the story was. Oh, that's how you know the story is good.
No, it was so good.
Like I was like, man, this is insane. Like I got to play a little bit of the gameplay, but I was like, man, I just need to see the story, man. Like.
No, I know.
Like another good video game that like I kind of just didn't really play and just saw the story was Uncharted.
Oh, I love Uncharted. I did play those. So you went through all 4 of the games?
And it was during pandemic actually. Yeah. So I tried to do like the hard mode on, I forgot which one it was, maybe the 4th or 5th one. But then I was like, this is too damn hard. I just want to follow the story. So I played the easy mode on it.
I'm here for the story. Yeah.
So like they have the tracking for the shooting.
Yeah. One shot, they're dead. Perfect.
And then like whenever Sully's there, you just have to run a little bit, and that's it. You reach the checkpoint.
Yeah.
And it was so nice. It was so fun. but the story, I love that adventure type. It makes sense. You live in Indiana Jones, so it's
Well, I always thought of Nathan Drake, the main
Yes.
character in Uncharted, as like Indiana Jones 2.0. Like
yes,
he was younger or modern,
yeah.
but like undeniably so fucking
yeah.
so
Yeah.
cool.
There we go.
So
We're talking
cool.
about
But but those games are so fun, and I'm with you. The story is so compelling. The character development is
oh my
so
goodness, man!
Yeah.
I need to that might be my little binge later, just watching some gameplay stuff because
I know
it's so fun, man. It got me hooked. I played Spider-Man 2 and Spider-Man.
I've not played those.
The PlayStation one's so good, actually.
Yeah.
If you're a superhero fan, like I was addicted to the swing because me and my cousin we used to always play all video games growing up, like Blockbuster with like renting the stuff.
Oh yeah,
we had one called Hollywood Movie.
Yeah, I had
Hollywood.
Oh, no way! They live on the East Coast.
Really? Oh my god! So my dad would always just get like random movies and then video games. So if I had a video game, I'd just like rent it out to my cousin. We do like a swap so we could have multiple. You know what I'm saying? You know how it is. That rotation. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Simple times, man. I might have to get back into the gaming world.
Yeah, you should.
But I'll get addicted, to be honest to it.
That's why like the cozy gaming is nice because there's not really like a story. It's just like mindless and it's fun.
Yeah.
So it helps.
But it's all about those boundaries, y'all. Set those boundaries to have a successful life.
Yeah.
Because you can that's the thing. I feel like balance is a word that always gets thrown around a lot. I get it, but it's so true because when you take something away completely, like let's say like for diet, imagine it's a cupcake, right? Shout out to cupcakes out there. I love cupcakes. I love vanilla. Me too. Vanilla cupcakes.
Vanilla cupcakes, yeah.
With blonde. With
chocolate frosting.
Chocolate. Blonde.
Blonde.
Vanilla. Are we talking about the name?
I'm confused.
Well, aren't we all sometimes? Shout out to growing up in the South.
But you're saying the cupcakes.
The cupcakes. Yeah, I don't know how we got. Okay, the cupcakes. The discipline. I feel like there's a certain point where if you always push that thing away, that vice, it comes back to bite you even worse.
Yeah. Well, that's where moderation and like a little bit of self-discipline, come into play. Like, you don't have to. This is gonna sound. I don't know how this is gonna sound. You don't have to quit something cold turkey. Like just like you're trying to go on a diet. Okay, that doesn't mean you need to cut out cake and cookies and everything like and sugar like completely. Just like reduce it because it's also not good for your body. You need like moderation in everything.
No, absolutely. And like I have a sweet tooth, like
Me too.
Crazy sweet tooth. So I get it. I'll never not if you just give me a red velvet cake from Porto's. That's my favorite. I know. I could eat the whole cake. That's how good it is. But if I ate it every day, and it would just not feel good because I've had those days where I ate like absolute crap, eating so much sugar. The next morning, I can't wake up that good. No. It's just because it's
literally a hangover. It's a sugar. I mean, might as well. It's like going out drinking, except drinking is worse. But it's the sugar.
Absolutely.
That gives you such a hangover. It makes you feel so bad.
Obviously, you can use the sugar for a good workout for the pump and everything. But I said, it's the moderation though. You can't eat if you eat a whole big cake of the Porto's red velvet. I love you. If you guys want to send that to Patty, you know where to find me in K-Town. And might have to hit that up after.
I'm gonna have to share that with me.
We out to SO Sherman Oaks. They're the Porto's.
We have a Porto's in Burbank.
We might have to take a pause.
Come back. It'll take us an hour.
An hour because we're in LA. It comes back with the whole cake. But yeah, just having that moderation is so key because you getting the hint of it. That's all you need really most of the time. And I like to tell that to my clients and even to myself. Most of the time, it's just that craving that you just need that little bite.
Yeah.
And then just eat your regular stuff after that. And then you feel good. You won't regret it.
Yeah.
And you'll protect your peace.
Yeah.
And your stomach will thank you later.
Oh, it definitely will. And I do. There are these little donuts. I love donuts. They're these little cake donuts that actually Netflix has for breakfast. They serve breakfast for you there. And though I have to control myself because I would eat, and they're little. They're maybe this big.
Oh my god!
So I could eat 15, easy. I control myself, and I just take one. I don't do it every day because if I did it every day, I'd
It'd be tough. It'd be
It'd be-
tough.
it'd
Yeah,
be
yeah.
hard.
We'd have to play soccer every day.
No, I would have to
Yeah.
never stop running.
Yeah, we'd have to run to the office and then back home.
And I hate running.
Yeah, and it's yeah. This guy, I remember the first. I think actually the first time I met you, was it during soccer?
Yeah, it was definitely during soccer.
I remember. Oh, this is so. This is me recalling it, but I remember super buff Ryan Seacrest looking guy. Man, I hate running with his like pecs popped out and everything. I'm like, all right, man, we get it. Don't rub it in. You remember that? You're like, man, I just hate running.
Hate running.
But you were a
yes.
runner in high school though. Track star?
I was track sprinting. See, sprinting, I can't. The distance is what gets me.
Ah.
I did play soccer in high school, but it was the track that I was like that I liked the most.
Okay, so you like
Yeah.
quick bursts.
Yeah, I did the 100-meter dash, 200-meter dash,
nice.
did the relays. Yeah.
So you don't last long for endurance? For endurance?
With running, I don't have a lot of endurance with running.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
Just asking for a friend.
it's good to specify.
Yes, because you know language. You know,
Yeah, language, intention.
if
it's
you guys hear
important.
this randomly on Spotify, that random clip, they're gonna be like, "What are they talking about?"
Intention, Maddie,
Yes,
it matters.
Of course, you know, protect your peace. You know,
Language.
language boundaries. We love you, mom. Shout out to all the moms out there, single moms. You know where to find me at Patty Show Podcast.
Okay.
You never know.
All
We're
right.
networking, you know,
No,
out here.
yeah.
Come on now.
I mean, you know what? I will say, no nonsense. It's no nonsense. You know, you're not pulling your heartstrings.
Mhm.
Maybe, who knows?
Professional.
Yeah.
Business.
Business,
Affairs.
and it all ties back to business affairs.
Shout out to
That
business
is
affairs,
true,
man.
yeah.
All of it, business space affairs.
The department that nobody knows what it does in outside of this industry,
Literally.
or that it exists.
Well, now we know because of you.
Oh,
You're spreading the word. You're giving the positivity. Okay. Our final talking point of the Patty Show. Rewriting the guilt script. You are a writer, okay?
Yeah.
So that's why I had to do that little script vibe over there. How did you overcome the guilt of setting boundaries? You know, like I'm sure you probably had those moments where you felt like, man, I'm playing video games. I feel like video games have such a bad rep
Yeah.
nowadays. Like they're like, oh, you're a loser, you need this,
Yeah.
whatever. How did you overcome that? And like, how do you, I guess, maybe promote it to some people out there, maybe your friends that are
Yeah.
like trying to enjoy their life a little bit more, you know?
I think a lot of I think really removing the guilt, it comes from really just like being okay with yourself. Like it's so hard to just like be so just like content with like who you are as a person. You know, we're always comparing ourselves to other people.
My goodness, yeah.
Constantly. And so when you're just like sit with yourself and you're like, you know, I'm okay. I'm an okay guy. That helps you with boundaries and not feeling guilt for like treating yourself to playing video games instead of writing or instead of doing something creative, or, you know, treating yourself to like hanging with friends instead of like doing like, you know, instead of going to a work function. Instead that's after work or something. Like it's like all of that is just, it's okay. It's just telling yourself that like it's okay, that the choices and the actions that you make, it's okay, because, you know, we're all just everyone here is all just trying to do their best, I feel like. So you can help remove that guilt that internal guilt that you might feel by like treating yourself to something, or by, you know, saying no to people, to friends or family. You can remove that by really just being, I think, so confident and satisfied with yourself. And that takes a long time. I certainly have not mastered that. I don't think anybody, very rare, I mean, maybe some people do, I think it's rare, but I don't think really anybody fully masters that, because we're always trying to improve ourselves. We're always competing with one another. So I think that's really how I try to rationalize and help when I am feeling very guilty about anything.
Yeah.
You know?
And I think it also helps having people that have like your perspective, where it's like you're open-minded and talking about these things, you know, because I feel like, especially in a place like LA, man, I love LA. I'm so grateful I'm here. The hustle culture here, man, it's addicting. It is. It's great. Like I talk about it in one of my episodes. Shout out my girl Tay. when I first moved here, I remember I did this gig with Squid Games, right? Everyone over there, they were working at the Squid Game stuff, doing like front of house stuff, back of house, all that stuff, while also like doing music, acting, and I was like, wow, this is awesome. This is what I needed, because in Connecticut, like, I mean, there's a lot of my friends that are like hustling and doing their own thing, but LA is like that place, especially when it comes to like entertainment, doing all the different gigs and everything. Everyone's like up at 3 a.m. and all that stuff. And it's great, because like some days you need that little extra, you know, a little tough love, that little push, you know.
It can be inspirational.
Absolutely.
Because, you know, you see people and you're like, wow, like it inspires me to be better.
Yeah, I was like,
you know,
wow, Ryan Seacrest can do this, Mike can do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Ryan Seacrest, where you at? Come to the Patty Show. But
awesome.
yeah, for real. But then the flip side is the burnout, and I've definitely felt burnout, bro. Like, I can say, especially like recently, doing all these different things, it's like, I'm like, man, I'm literally up this time. The time I have to myself is like maybe 20 minutes if I'm lucky, and I'm just like, I'm a potato, I'm a pickle, pickle patty, potato patty. Just like, I'm so tired. So like finding, I guess that's also why I love this idea of like having seasons. Of like a little working, a little extra maybe for that season, but knowing also like, hey man, your life is short. You got to enjoy. Find those pockets of pleasure.
Yes. And like just being true to yourself really helps with that too. Like knowing yourself and your body and just being like, yeah, I'm burnt out. I can't do something after work, or I can't go to this function or do something like that. Or, you know, and then just being okay with it and not feeling regret.
Yeah. Don't beat yourself up for it.
Don't beat yourself up.
This is also me telling me that, because you know, like, it's so hard in the heat of the moment too, especially when I feel like the hardest one is when you feel that momentum, right? Like, let's say it's a gym routine. You're like, oh man, I'm getting PRs every, and then you just have that one week where it's just like, man, something is crappy. Maybe like it's a family thing. Maybe it's just an internal thing, whatever. And you know, the wisest decision is for you to do a deload week, or just like take a step back. Like, hey man, I'm just not gonna lift this week, or I'll go super light. And it's humbling, because you're like, especially I think it's a guy thing, the testosterone, we're like,
well, that definitely,
the meathead kind of thing and whatnot. And it's hard to find what to choose, right? Because sometimes maybe you do have to push through a little bit. Sometimes you have to play your, what's it, Disney Princess Buttercup?
Disney Dreamlight Valley.
Disney Dreamlight Valley. Oh, how could I forget? Disney Dreamlight Valley,
the greatest game.
Disney Dreamlight Valley 2 coming out soon.
Sponsor the show.
Disney Dreamlight Valley. Is there a sequel?
I am plugging it. No, I don't think so. They just keep adding on to the game with expansions and everything.
Wait, there's expansions?
Oh my god, yes.
Disney Dreamlight Valley. Shout out to Disney. Shout out to Disney.
It's a great game.
Disney, you should sponsor the Patty Show. Maybe we can have the Patty Show on Disney. Or not, because we'll probably get canceled.
Oh, well.
That's the tea. That's the tea. But Disney Dreamlight Valley, Dreamlight. It's a tongue twister. Like,
a tongue twister.
Disney Dreamlight Valley. Disney Dreamlight Valley. Half of the episode is just me trying to learn.
Just trying to say Disney Dreamlight Valley.
You say it a little too well. Do you, like, every time you open it up, Disney Dreamlight Valley?
You know, yes. Every time I'm sitting on my couch, I'm just like, Disney Dreamlight Valley. Every time I go to play it.
This is why I love it. I love it.
Actually, a friend of mine who Arnold knows, because she works at Focus, was the one that got me onto that video game.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, shout out to her. She's doing God's work.
My girl Brittany.
Oh, she's doing God's work.
She is.
Disney Dreamlight Valley.
Yeah.
Find your Disney Dreamlight Valley, y'all.
Literally. I think we all need one.
Yeah, whatever it is. I mean, yeah, but like going back to that whole like the hustle and that balance, I feel like the seasons thing has helped me a lot, realizing like, hey man, there's a time and place for you to grind the gears a little bit, because you gotta focus features. You gotta focus. But also there's time for rest. You know, like I'm not super religious anymore, really, but raised super Christian. You know, so we all know the story about, you know, the 7 days. You know, God created all this stuff, but there was, if God or whatever higher being had a day of rest, Patty, Mike, Ryan Seacrest,
we can all take a break.
Take a break. You know, literally say no.
Yes.
No means no, especially to yourself, y'all. Like and I'm glad that you mentioned all those boundaries. That's such a key thing and such a great message. We got to get out there. If you guys get anything from this episode, no means no in all aspects, especially for yourself. Because if you can't say no to yourself, you're gonna go into the wrong side of Disney.
Oh yeah, the dark side.
The dark side of Disney, not Disney Dreamlight Valley. You're gonna go into the dark side.
Yeah.
Okay, so
and
then,
being kinder to yourself too.
yeah, giving yourself grace.
Yeah.
I feel like that word grace. I forgot who said it to me like a couple weeks back, but just like giving yourself that love, that grace, compassion when, especially the times when you need it,
Yeah.
and it's kind of hard to give yourself grace. I think especially because of the whole like comparison thing. You're like, oh, I see Ryan Seacrest, man.
Well, the hustle culture here, like
Yeah.
you said, yeah, you constantly feel like you're comparing yourself to people that are younger than you, that
Yes.
appear more
Oh my God, I think that's the
successful.
biggest thing too, man.
Oh
It's crazy.
yeah, or and but again, it's just being kinder to yourself, and everybody's timeline is different,
Oh yeah.
and you don't know what anybody else has really going on. It may look like they're doing everything right on the outside, but you don't know what really is going on with them. So again, it's just being kinder to yourself, and like setting those boundaries to help with your mental health, to help with you creatively and
Yeah.
professionally, and then also just to avoid burnout, obviously.
Absolutely,
And
yeah.
like, I think just that will make you a happier person. And when you're a happy person, or at least like you're comfortable with yourself, you form like really good relationships with people because it's authentic, because you're authentically yourself. And so you form, the relationships you form then are like lasting, like good relationships. And that ultimately like will help you down the road with anything, and just in your life and personal life, but also professionally too. I mean, this whole industry, this whole town is all driven by relationships.
Oh yeah.
So like, sure, you can be hustling, but like if you're not a nice person, or people don't like your company, then it doesn't matter how hard you hustle.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because no one's gonna
No one wants
want
to work with you. Exactly. Yeah. Especially like when it comes to film, because like all this stuff, man, it's people facing all the time. Like even when you're recording like on set, there's so many people on set. It's a different world.
It
out
is
there. A whole new world. Welcome Disney. That's our audition today for Disney's version of, was it Fashion?
Fashion Police.
Fashion Police with Mike and Patty.
Oh man,
that's our audition.
Yeah.
We have the Greek god. You said a little Hispanic, right? Are you a little Hispanic?
No, Italian. That's with Mudano. It's Italian.
There we go.
Mhm.
I thought because you went to like Florida, I was like, Cuban. I feel like I see the Cuban. You have like the flair though, the dance moves. If you guys see his dance moves, his step overs, they call him Papi Chulo. At least I don't call him that all the time.
Not all the time,
but somebody does.
Sometimes.
Only sometimes. Only sometimes.
Only sometimes.
Depending on the day.
Yeah,
is it after Disney
Dreamlight Valley?
Dreamlight Valley or before?
Probably after.
After, yeah.
Probably after Disney
more relaxed.
Valley, and when I'm more relaxed.
Disney Dreamlight Valley. Well, relaxation, boundaries. What a fun episode today, man. So grateful for you, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming today.
Great, man.
Where can we find you again on your socials? Is at?
At Mikey Mud for Instagram, and then just Mike Mudano, last name spelled Mudano, for LinkedIn, and those are the only socials I have.
There we go. And we have something to expect in the future. Children's book coming out.
Yes, a children's book. Yes. The children's book is going to be finished soon.
I'm so excited.
The illustrations are going to be done soon. Hopefully, I can work with this illustrator. We can get it done. I did forget. I also have a TikTok, and I do movie reviews on TikTok.
Yes, come on now. TikTok. Sure. What is it?
Yeah, that's what is my TikTok handle? Is it Mike? It's literally just Mike's movie reviews on TikTok. That's
you got that?
What it is. Yeah.
How'd you get that handle? Mike's movie reviews.
Mike reviews movies, or Mike's movie reviews?
Because I feel like there's a lot of Mikes out there. Like that's.
I had my phone. I actually would look at it. Oh my God, that's so embarrassing. We'll
plug it in there, but
it's there's a link on my Instagram.
Yeah, there we go.
But God, I completely forgot that I do that.
You do a lot of stuff, man. You didn't even know the tapes that I was mentioning.
No, that's
especially the one in the couch, like the casting couch.
That is so embarrassing.
No, wait, not the casting couch. That sounds.
Yeah, that sounds really bad.
That sounds crazy. Sean Combs.
I've never partaken in anything like that.
You better not. Okay.
No.
Because this couch is holy.
Yes.
Okay, this is the Patty Show couch.
The Patty couch.
Okay, that sounds so crazy.
That's the only couch I want to be on.
Oh, of course. Thank you. I'll pay you later. But yeah, man, we're so grateful for you coming on the show. We got to have another episode with more people, some focus. That'd be fun. A little focus
That
roundtable.
would be fun. A focus roundtable would be good.
I'm trying to get more of the focus people on the show.
Yeah.
So, you guys know where to follow us at Patty Show Podcast, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Let's get those subscribers up. Bring the good energy. Say no when you need to. And we're just so grateful. Thanks for your time. Thanks for
you.
the good energy, the
Yeah.
arigato. We usually like to end with a arigato at the end. So, man, whenever you're ready, we can go on
Yeah.
3. 1,
Okay.
2, 3.
Arigato.
Arigato. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks for joining me on this episode of The Patty Show. I hope you had as much fun as I did exploring the crossing point of the 3 Ps: passion, pleasure, and positivity. If you want to keep the Patty Party going, follow us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and all social platforms at Patty Show Podcast. Share this episode and leave a positive review. PattySatiati.com/podcast, as well as PattyShow.podbean.com have got more of your Patty Show needs. In the meantime, keep passionately pursuing your personal paradise. Arigato.